You know, it's always a lesson as an opera singer because we traditionally we're a bit closed to new ideas. We have our ways of doing things, and just to be in a studio like that with 15 dancers who are open to anything and everything, and it's just really, a privilege, I think, actually, as a singer, to work with people like that.
So you get, if I'm in 6 before, so you get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and da 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 in your world. Is that what I mean? So I've got an extra 1 after that. Am I making any sense? Yeah?
At the moment, I don't have a real sense of the music because I've not heard an orchestra. I've only heard the piano reduction. But, and at the moment, I'm just finding it, I'm not liking it because it's so difficult to get those things to count and to go, and I'm always off it. But I'm sure when it's, when the orchestra's in, I think it'll be a completely different experience and it'll be wonderful.
If the music was too easy and was too, you know, was one flavour, one note, then maybe it becomes, there's no challenge for the audience. And it is a puzzle, they need to unlock it. And it's the perfect framework for music that needs attention and needs concentration and needs focus. The audience will start at outside the office block. Well, it's 2001 bleak glass. And then they come in and it's a working, living, breathing office space, but it's after dark and everyone's gone home. And then gradually as they move through the corridors, before they've even entered Malfi, you get a sense that there's a presence here. And it's almost those squatters have grabbed the innards, the veins, the arteries of the building. So as you follow this knot of sinewy mass, it surges up into the main atrium, and there it links with the chandelier, and suddenly the transformation is complete. And you've shifted from office, from dead, dormant office, to living, breathing, pulsing Malfi.
I think the really interesting thing about this particular project has been making something from scratch in this particular location in Newham. Because you step off the train at Galleon's Reach, where are you? There's nothing there. There isn't even a kiosk, let alone a corner shop. There are no reference points, and that's what our work's about. And you don't need them. You come in and you make your own. You find those reference points.
Kind of how I imagined it, empty, quiet. Not my usual, performance venue, but it's very exciting because of it.
I didn't realise how big, well, it would be, and as you can see, it's absolutely huge, and every corner we're using.
Normally it's an old, disused building we're going to. This is a bit more upmarket.
They always keep the site secret for the first part of the creative process.
There's so much power in secrets and in mysteries that we like to sort of protect that. We're trying to protect it's not so much our working method, it's just the uniqueness of the experience for the audience.
What we're trying to create is an experience for the audience that they and they alone own, and it's theirs and no one else has it. The key to it all is that it's experiential, it's immersive, and you can't view it at distance. You need to be in the middle of it.
You just want someone to walk through a door with no preconceptions of what something could be and to just live through the experience that they have that day. And if someone starts to try and film it, then they're directing their own version of what this experience is, because it's a live experience, it's not film.
It's very difficult to capture unless you're there as a lone audience member by yourself, making your choices and picking the evening that you want to have on that night.
The two worries that musicians have is being able to see the music and being able to sort of have the space and comfort to play. They'll walk into the room and go, what the hell is this? You know, where's my chair? Where's my comfy chair? Where's my comfy music stand? You know, I've been slipping all the sort of contentious information in bit by bit over the last few rehearsals, like you may be standing up here or you may be playing in the dark here. Anything that I think might just not scare them, but just be a little challenge that they may not be expecting. I've been feeding in. I haven't fed in everything yet, like whether or not we should have them wearing masks. I don't know. The audience are in masks, so when they're not playing, should they wear masks? Do they want to do that? I would very much doubt it. That's another challenge I've got up my sleeve.
Orchestra, maybe being more than the singers and the ensemble, are just as much a part of the action and a part of the set as anyone else. And so for them, they're stepping up and they're essentially characters within it. We've got 6 sessions with them, and it's an orchestra who are so up for it, but are used to the safety of the pit and the Colosseum and not being on show. So we're in a very good place, but it's always a little hairy at this point.
Welcome, first of all. We haven't said that. Welcome. What I need to do today is I want to play everything that we have to play in this piece, in the positions that we play it in. Acoustically, I have no idea what it's like playing a 70-piece symphony orchestra in an office, because I'm not sure it's been done before. How are we for sightlines, first of all? Can everybody see me? Who wants to? Hey, shall we christen this piece, then? Let's try. Yeah.
So most will say what common motion lasts so longer than until the last.
Nobody can see anybody. Nobody can hear anybody. I mean, it was by no means right today, or by no means musically satisfactory, but what it did do was give me a glimpse into how it might and could work.
It's like I expected it would be in an office building. But, I mean, it can't breathe. It's just, if you play a note, it's finished as you take off the bow. It doesn't go, has no space to evolve.
Great. Stop a second. Thank you. Sorry, just stop a second. Thank you. I'm going to move to scene 2. So, what does that mean we have to do?
Normally when you do a show, you know, obviously you unpack your bass and you play and that's that. But we've got to pack and unpack it about 6 or 7 times. And moving it around, of course, it's a big cumbersome instrument, so that's a little more of a challenge. And personally, I find the light not particularly good, and they've got to either brighten the lights or get them slightly closer to the stands, the air stands or whatever they are. And then we've just had a problem with the air cooling system because it's actually dropping water onto us. That's why you have rehearsals, isn't it, to sort problems out, I guess.
But the singers have much bigger worries.
We've been getting our musical cue as well as pitching from just listening to the piano. But when we had the orchestra today, and suddenly all those clues that we've been working on suddenly all disappeared. In a way, it was really scary because suddenly you feel like I'm on a boat and I can see where I'm heading, but suddenly today it's like filled with fog.
I've got 4 rehearsals with the orchestra here, and then a dress rehearsal. So working backwards, the dress rehearsal means I've got to be ready by number 4. Number 4, in order to give the show a chance, I've got to run it, which means I've got to be ready by number 3. And then suddenly you think, yeah, that's 9 hours. 9 hours to get this together.
How would the orchestra feel if the only toilet that was available to them during a show situation was a couple of Waterloos that were outside?
It wouldn't go down brilliantly. I'll hand out some advice there.
Okay, leave it with me.
Once the show is up and running, it lasts for 2.5, 3 hours. It's a continuous piece. You can't nip off and go to the loo halfway through. So I think we're going to have some sort of company policy, no liquids after about 3 in the afternoon, I think, just to stay dry.
With just 1 week to go, the missing cast member has finally arrived. Andrew Watts is a countertenor and will be using the highest register for a male opera singer.
He's made his career in premiering roles. If you look at the list of the last few operas that have been written in the last 20 years, the chances are Andrew Watts' name will be on the creation list of being part of that, and that's what he does best.
I think the score is sensational. It's by no means easy at all to learn, and there, as you say, it's a week away and there are still things being crammed into my tiny little brain. I think, I can't remember this bit because it's, you know, you can only hear the tune on the Celeste, which is somewhere over there in a different room, and you're thinking, well, can't hear anything. But no, it's good music, very, very difficult.
In the play, when Ferdinand discovers his twin sister's secret marriage, he's driven mad with jealousy.
Am I singing the right notes in 43, 44, 45?
No.
What am I doing?
You're too low.
Okay. I will get it right eventually, but it just might take me 3 or 4 days than other people. Hopefully at some point you'll arrive on the same level as they will, rather than, you know, I'm not going to get, yeah, okay, I'm not sleeping, but I think the rest of us are not sleeping either.